Just when I thought this topic was about to be over, it's only the beginning. The Dak Prescott contract situation. After this season, the Cowboys franchise tagged quarterback Dak Prescott, and he will be getting paid $31.4 million this upcoming season. And they had until July 15th, this past Wednesday, to come to a long-term agreement, and that did not happen. So what does this mean for Dak Prescott's future as a Dallas Cowboys quarterback? They tell me that there's a next man up theory, which means when your quarterback is on a rookie deal and he hits the market, he deserves to get a record-breaking deal. That is not true at all because it does not work. And there's actually proof of quarterbacks that have done this in the past and their teams have not done anything in terms of winning, and they will not do anything in terms of winning in the future. Let's look at a couple names. The Minnesota Vikings, when they paid Kirk Cousins, what have the Vikings done in terms of winning? Nothing. When the Eagles won the Super Bowl, Nick Foles is their quarterback. They paid Carson Wentz that offseason. What have the Eagles done in terms of winning? Nothing. When the Rams made the Super Bowl and they paid Jared Goff after that Super Bowl, what have the Rams done in terms of winning? Nothing. What have the Lions done since they paid Matt Stafford in terms of winning? Nothing. I'm going to tell you right now, and Cowboys fans, you may hate to hear it, but if you're going to pay a quarterback 15 to take up 15% or 20% of your team's cap space, you are not going to do anything in terms of winning. I'm going to be very clear. The Dallas Cowboys have not won a Super Bowl since 1996, let alone make a Super Bowl, and they are going to tell me that Dak Prescott deserves Patrick Mahomes type money? Are you out of your mind? It's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you that right now. Dak Prescott is a solid quarterback at best. He is not better than a solid quarterback. I understand he threw for 30 touchdowns last year, threw for 4,900 yards last year. Those numbers are very inflated when he feasts off bad teams. When the Cowboys play bad teams, Dak Prescott goes to work. And when they play playoff teams, those numbers are not the same at all. And let's take a look at the pieces around Dak Prescott of why those numbers may be so great. So he has a top 3 running back in Ezekiel Elliott. He has a top 5 offensive line year after year, if not the best offensive line. You got a top 10 receiver in Amari Cooper. You just drafted CeeDee Lamb. You always have a top 10 defense. So I don't know where this theory is coming from that you could thin out your roster to pay Dak Prescott and you're still going to be successful. The Cowboys' goal is not to just make the playoffs, look good in the regular season. No. When you have 5 Super Bowl championships in your franchise and 8 Super Bowl appearances, your goal is to win championships. And if Dak Prescott wants to move on after the season to get a record margin deal, let him move on because he's not worth $35 to $40 million a year that he's seeking. If your goal is to win championships, it is not going to work paying one guy 15% to 20% of your team's cap space. I'm telling you that right now. You may not like to hear it, but the truth hurts.